Okay guys, let's continue with the tutorial. We already made our seeds and dried flowers storage album, and now I want to make something to hold this, okay, to exhibit this. And I think a card, it's going to look so cute. So let me tell you what I did already. First, I will be working with this. I don't know the name. Google told me these are thumb depressors, but I will call them wooden sticks, like so. Okay. Now, first, what I did, because this is almost the same uh, width, I just cut the tip. You can see here, let me told you, I just mark with my pencil here and here, and using my scissors, let me remove the album because we don't need it right now. Here I have my mark. Okay, I'm going to hold here and then just cut slowly, because I don't want to damage this part. You can see here, this looks like a nail. You see, because it's curved. And that's all that I did. And I cut, in my case, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let me remove this because I don't want to be confused, because I needed 8 for the dimensions of my album. And then I just cut, well, I aligned them in this way. Let me show you quickly. And I just left a tiny space all around. Took my measurements, which in my case are for a piece of 3mm chipboard. This is going to be my base, and it measures 5 3/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, 5 1/2, it's almost what these pieces measure. These are actually 5 3/8 long. All right, so I'm going to use my regular glue. Be careful, because and let's see if this works better. Remember to leave a tiny space in the bottom, in the top, and in this side. Now this needs to dry. You don't want to put your album right now on the top. Now the next step, we want to cover the sides, but first I have this wooden square sticks, and let me tell you how I cut them, because this is more difficult. I measure 2 inches long each one. You can see here, 2 inches. And let me put this a little bit aside. I just place, let me use this, my ruler here, and align it here, and then where I see the 2, I just make my mark. Let me use this one that is a leftover. I'm going to mark at 2. Now this part you need to be extremely carefully, because you don't want to cut yourself. With my knife, I just press down, and I am making more force on here, 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 and here. Okay, now I can turn, and because I have already my mark, again or you can mark the 4 sides if you prefer. Here I can see it. Be careful. Always keep your fingers away of the knife, okay? I already had a bad experience because I didn't took enough protection. Now, you can see here I have my mark. I'm going to use this tool. I don't know the name, but I am showing you. And with the tip, I am just pressing here where I have the mark. I just press, you see? Just be careful and move to all the corners, and then it's easy to remove this, okay? Now, to avoid wasting my sticks, I just cut this first 2 inches exactly in this way, and later I just mark from here to here my 2 inches, and this was the piece that was left. You can see it here, and I just remove, and we have one side completely flat. All right, but you need to do it just carefully. That's really the main thing here. Okay, now this is drying, and we need to add, because my idea is to hold this thing. Okay, probably we will need one completely long in this way. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue here, and then I will add a little bit in here as well. And now we just want to stick this here. Now the next step is to stick this in the bottom, but I am going to add a little bit of glue in 2 sides and in the bottom, because this glue, I want this to hold here, and just press this down. I think that we need to wait a little bit, that this is
dry it.
Okay, guys, I can't wait. So it's not completely dried, but let's do. While I was waiting, I took my measurements in this way. I just put it carefully here, and then I put my wooden stick and made my marks exactly as this one, and I cut 2 for this side, 2 for that sides. Okay, so now let's add some glue here and here, and now some glue here. And we can wheel. We need a one front wheel, and I was thinking how to do it. I went to my fabrics and button shops here at town, and I got these gorgeous wooden buttons, and I am really sorry that I had to do this. We just need to remove here. First, I am going to work on my bike, on my back side. You need to choose which is going to be your back side, because probably it's going to damage as mine was, but we are going to stick them together to make a better wheel. Okay, so I am just going to mark again with my knife carefully. Keep your fingers away. If you have a hobby that can help you, it's better, guys. Now with this tool, one more time, I am just going to press. You see, it's open already. Now if I can remove some of these pieces, it's great. It's just great. I am going to stick them together, and it's better to use this to be sure they are just centered. Okay, I am just applying my glue there, and now it's dried. We can continue. Okay, I'll be waiting. I was waiting, and I think this is dry enough to work with. Let me explain you. 2 of these I already marked at a ½ inch from one side, you see, and using this tool, it was quite easy to just open a little hole inside, okay? You don't want to go through all the way down. Now, let me move this a little bit aside and just add some glue inside here. I have this thinner, so I am just going to roll using this glue. I'm going to roll this in here just to secure it a little bit more here, okay? This fits inside, and we just need to cut maybe this much. Let's try. Yes, that's great. And now first let me add my glue here, and now I want to add some glue here again, to use a tiny piece of this. I am doing this because I don't want this to crash with the wood, okay? It's able to roll, which it is, and I like it. And now let's this piece to dry. Well, now this is going to be my front side, so I want my wheels here, and let me move it in this way because now we just need to stick them here, probably like so. Pencil, just to make some marks and see where am I going to add my glue. Now we are ready to stick them here and here. I have this paper and I just want to cut 2 pieces, and I'm going to make some marks with my nail. I am just marking with my nail, as you can see. Now I need to see how long is this to cut the long side as well, and apply some glue all these pieces. I say 1 inch, and from the opposite side another inch. I am just going to sand just enough to make this flat, okay? Let's make some measurement. Yes, 1. I am going to mark at 1 1/4. Now we need to put this. Try to put it exactly like this one, okay? And that needs to dry. Okay, we are almost finishing this beautiful and sweet project. And the next step, this is not completely dried, but I am going to continue. You need to wait until this is completely dry. I will be using white gesso. If you don't have white gesso, you can use white acrylic paint. And I'm going to cover here the bottom just to cover the paper. Okay, I already covered the bottom side. And let me give you a tip. When you are working with any medium, you just want to be sure your brush is still wet. I am adding some water until you are ready, and because I need to prep this, let me use one of these. I want to take a little bit out, but here I am going to add some water because I don't want to cover completely. Just to add a little bit of white in all the wood, okay? But not all that. Probably this is just fine. Let me check and close this. Now we can use our brush to check if this is, yes, that's what I wanted. Just a little bit, not too much, okay? Okay, this is completely dried, and now I just need to distress this a little bit and make some decoration, and that's it, guys. I'm going to use again a little bit of this, but try to remove the excess just to add between where these are joining, okay? Just a little bit, don't add too much. I think that's enough with this color. And now I want to add a little bit of this distress oxide. Okay, this is Bronze Age metallic wax. Okay. Okay.